Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. You're here with Lola once again, and I am back. It's been a while, I know. I've been on a little hiatus. As always, click like, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. Do appreciate that. I see I have a few more subscribers. That's what's up. Welcome. I want to get right into the topic today on something that I came across that I thought was really keen to speak to in this day and time, and that is a video that was aired on the channel by Madame Noire entitled "Pick Me Culture." Basically, in my opinion, right, this channel is trash. How it got on my feed, I don't know, but I seen it, and because I wanted to understand what do you mean pick me, and when I got into it, I realized that okay, pick me is about traditional womanhood and how they want to kill that, you know. Now, mind you, the premise of the conversation was don't knock me for what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Let's all do us. But by the end of the conversation, they're basically saying they have to kill the other side and stuff. And I kind of felt like, you know, that's classically, you know, black woman right now. It's like to be all over the place, illogical, frankly lying. It's just, and I don't mean to box everyone in, but exceptions to the rule don't make the rule, as they say. So this is the problem that is going on and on and on and on, and it's really going unchecked, and I really feel like somebody has to check it, so why not me? I had to write a few of these points down because I didn't want to, you know, go too deep into something that I really, you know, maybe I should make another video about, but here goes. In a nutshell, despite the fact that pick-me culture has been defined basically as traditional womanhood, that is not what pick-me culture is. There's been a few things that was said on the show in terms of, like, one lady said, saying that you're a lady in the street and a freak in the bed is pick-me culture and it needs to end. Another lady said, you know, women work just as much as men now and gender roles have changed. Another one said, don't knock me if I only want to cook and clean for somebody that's willing to cook and clean for me. All of this, as you can see, is very backwards, and it's not educational towards anything. I don't even see how this is educational towards being single, because, you know, these aren't things that being single is about, honestly. And it definitely ain't helping you, you know, be inside of a relationship. But this is what, you know, black entertainment is. This is why I hate BET. Like, this is black entertainment, you know, the foolery that you see people talking about nowadays that isn't helping anyone. A lady in the street and a freak in a bed, basically, you know, something's wrong with someone being a conservative and owning their sexuality and only giving that sexuality to someone who's worth it. There's something wrong with that, and it needs to stop because other women don't act like that, right? In a free country. Women work just as much as men in the workforce now. No, they don't. I don't see 50% women working as, you know, what is it? In them airlines, when the guys are, you know, throwing all them big bags. I don't see too many women back there. I don't see 50% women picking up my trash, you know, throwing all them bags and stuff on that trash truck. I don't see 50% of women, you know, building skyscrapers and buildings and stuff, working underground in these mines and stuff. I don't see 50% women doing that. I don't see 50% women doing no hard labor work, which is what literally is the foundation of any society. It's like, I don't see that. And what's really troubling is that you sit on a set where you're being filmed, in which all of the hard work is being done by men, and you're employed by men, and it's like, but you're sitting here saying you're just as much a part of the workforce. No, you're not. No, you are not. Just because a man did the hard work and now you can come in and do the pretty work does not mean you are just as much a part of the workforce as men. No, you're not. So kill that. And then the whole idea that she said, you know, in the show that gender roles have changed. How have gender roles changed? Gender roles have not changed because single women are now forced to work like men because they're single. Like, if you don't, you have no help. So if something happens to you, you just don't eat. Like, how have gender roles changed because you decided to have a bunch of children and not allow them, you know, the comfort of a two-parent household? It's like, how have gender roles changed because of your personal decisions? It's like, it has not. You know, dads are only here to be dads. Moms are here to only be moms. You know, things women do better than men versus things men do better than women have not changed. So how have gender roles changed? Because a couple homosexuals are now kind of confused on what they want to do in terms of binary versus trinary or unary, whatever. Like, come on. Like, it has not changed. You're just insane. And, you know, no one can help you. Like, And then this is one, the statement where the lady said, you know, don't knock me if I don't want to cook for somebody that's not willing to cook for me. First of all, you're talking to the wrong group of women. The only group of women that this is remotely even a part of their life are married women or women in serious committed relationships, not single women. It's like, if you're single, cleaning up a man who has not committed to you, cleaning his house up, yeah, like, I don't think I have to really say much about that. If you are in a relationship in which you are married or committed and you are cleaning up and cooking for a man, at the end of the day, that is his house. Like, he ain't living with you. Like, seriously, like, that circumstance with chicks and move guys in and stuff like that, yeah, no, that's not that's not a committed relationship. That's not an invested relationship. I don't know what that is, but that's not that. Okay, like, if I'm married, I'm in a committed relationship and I'm cleaning the house, trust me, I'm cleaning his house, and I'm clean because he's paying the bills. Okay, he that's his house, he's paying the bills. So yes, I'm gonna clean the house, I'm gonna keep the house, I'm gonna keep myself, I'm gonna keep our children, like, all of that. Okay, now, just because I didn't say our house, a lot of you guys are upset about that. But if you were the only one paying bills, you would say, hey, he lives in my house. So why is it that when I said, okay, I'm cleaning his house, you got upset about that? See, this is what people are talking about online when they are calling black women certain names and stuff, because this is how you act. You don't even have a little bit of logic. Like, seriously. So, you know, she basically was like, you know, I don't want to do it for nobody that don't do it for me. And I'm sitting here, when I heard that, I'm sitting here like, well, if nobody cleans a house and cooks for someone that would refuse to do it for them. So what are you saying? Like, you're saying nothing profound. Like, if I'm with a guy, of course I'm cooking and cleaning. If something happens and I can't cook and clean, men don't really need women as much as women think they need them. Like, they can cook and clean for themselves. He's not going to sit and live in a dirty house simply because, oh, well, I can't cook and clean because something's going on. He wouldn't do it for me. It's like, we have our separate roles. We have our separate duties. It's like, that's how everybody, you know, lives in harmony with each other. Nobody's overburdened. But it's like, you want to make these basic statements like you're really saying something, when in reality what you're really saying is you don't have a man and to clean or cook for, and if you did have a man to clean and cook for, you have a problematic man, because you would have to make sure that he's gonna do the same thing for you. That's not already understood. Okay, so let me get into this whole definition of pick me. Pick me culture, from what they are defining it, is not pick me culture. In short, pick me culture is about give me attention. That's pick me culture. You know, when you see these girls on IG, you know, kind of like doing the most, that's pick me culture. That's, hey, look at me, look how pretty I am. That's pick me culture. Okay, when you have these women on there that are walking around with pounds of makeup on, literally like looking like clowns, whole other people, that is pick me, look how beautiful I am, you know, I'm not as ugly as I was yesterday. Like, that's pick me culture, when you care more about how someone else sees you than you care about how you are. That's pick me culture. You want you are advertising yourself so much that you will literally dress up as someone else so that you can be looked at. And why do people care if they looked at? Because people want the attention of other people. That's pick me culture. Okay, It's also pick me culture is twerking and anything that displays sexuality in a public place. It's like, that's pick me culture. You're not acting in that sexual way because you want someone to, you know, not look at you, someone to not see you as, you know, something that they should desire. That's not why you're twerking. That's not why you're out here, you know, pretending to, you know, give head. It's not why you're out here just doing, like, showing how sexual you can be in public, you know. No. So it's like, that is pick me culture. When you have these girls out here posting, you know, videos of themselves doing sexually explicit things on IG and Facebook and YouTube now, I mean, in these other places, yeah, that's chicks screaming, please pick me. I don't care if they with other women in them videos. They want the attention of men. Like, seriously, they're doing that because they really want the attention of men. So, but they're not really looking for more than attention from men. So this is pick me culture. It's a false sense of traditional womanhood, where you want to blame traditional women for cultivating themselves to have a man choose them for marriage, but yet on the flip side you have these women that are not looking to get married, that are not marriage material anyway, doing extreme things for attention, but yet you don't want to call that out. You want to call out traditional women as if you have anything to do with traditional women. And by the way, the promotion of traditionalism when it comes to womanhood shouldn't come at no it shouldn't be bashed by women that don't necessarily agree with it, because if you agree that your lifestyle, you should be able to promote your lifestyle on your page, on your platforms, whatever. So should traditional women. Seriously. And if you feel that traditionalism is wrong and it promotes the wrong thing, traditional women should be able to say they feel that whatever you doing is promoting the wrong thing and it's going to result in the wrong thing. So don't feel surprised. Don't feel like, oh, you know, well, this shouldn't be happening because it's not fair. No, all is fair. Understand that. So let me kind of move on to, you know, what I would consider to be chosen culture. Okay. Chosen culture, in my opinion, is not about attention at all. It's about being attractive. Like, it's not about, well, let me get someone to look at me. It's about, let me be attractive, right? Because I want to be attractive. And that attraction really has its basis in investment. I want to be an investment, and I want to be able to see investments in other people. I want to attract a guy that is of higher class, so I have to be a woman of higher class. That's what chosen culture is. See what I'm saying? Very different from pick me. All right, pick me is not very much is not based in traditionalism at all. Okay, being cultured basically is chosen culture. When I say culture, I mean someone that understands, okay, culture, you know, your culture, things that basically help you decide how to navigate your life, how to treat people, how not to treat people, when to do things, when not to do things. Highly cultured women. That's what I consider chosen culture. Now, that type of culture literally allows you to live your life in such a way in which everything you do is about you cultivating yourself to be the best partner in life you can be, because we're not here to just go through life alone and then get old, still be alone, and then die alone. Like, that's not what it is. That goes so far against nature, it's unreal. Okay. Chosen culture is about being the type of woman that when you say you're going to do something, when you say you're committed, that's what someone can expect from you, period. Chosen culture is about living your life in such a way in which anyone choosing you is not ashamed of what you have done in your past. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're not going to do something in which 10 years down the line you know no one is gonna want you for. Like, it's about being more responsible, you see. I mean, I know everybody makes mistakes, but there's certain mistakes that people make nowadays that really, they're only mistakes because they're incentivized. It's not like, oh, well, that was a mistake, you know, I corrected that. Like, no, a lot of mistakes nowadays women make is because they have a warped sense of reality. So, you know, chosen culture is about being aware that there is a reality that can be warped. And if you allow that in your life, you will live your life in a warped reality. You know, which is like most of these single women that watch Madame Noire and, you know, tune into that on a regular and take that advice, and they stay single and they can't put one and one together in terms of why they're still single. Chosen culture is more so about being the type of woman that has your priorities correct. And when I say priorities correct, I mean is when you say I am a woman, the word woman, okay, the only thing that's separate from you than what's in a man is a womb. That is your first priority as a female, to your womb, before you have children and after you have children. So be that as it may, as a woman, I can't give my vagina, my womb, to any and everybody. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. This is the only thing I really have. So if this is going to be an investment of someone else's, I have to keep it good. It's just like a car, you know, you buy, you're going to sell one day. It's the only car you have. You can't dog that car and then think you're going to trade it in for something. Somebody's going to give you a lot of money for that. No. And it's like your car shouldn't be more of an investment than yourself. So, nowadays, the culture that these women that, you know, are sitting on the stage in this video have kind of adopted is the culture that, you know, your womb means nothing. Go out there and be sexually free. But then somehow what you're going to do is turn 40, 48 and look around and be upset at men for not choosing, you know, your washed up vagina that you didn't care who you gave it to because you were so concerned with being free. Granted, you can do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, you can't fault men for not wanting to value what you didn't value before. And if you're going to tell men what they should value, that is not going to happen, because if men can't tell you what to do at all, then you're not going to tell them what to do at all. And trust me, they know how to enforce that better than you. You think that you getting someplace because now, you know, you're at a point in which you have rights to do certain things that, well, you're going to push the envelope on it. No, they're going to start pushing back. And anytime CNN is talking about MGTOW, yeah, that's starting to grow. And when more men and younger men and more black men start like really learning about that, and then they get a load of red pill, it's gonna be over. Like, it's really gonna be over for y'all. And I can't stress enough. You women up here on this show talking about, you know, pick me culture and stuff, while underneath of you there's whole movements like starting that's gonna undercut all that BS that you talking. Like on a major scale on top of that. While you're attacking traditional women, the little bit of us that's still out here, you're being undercut, giving the worst advice to, you know, your followers or whatever the case may be. I don't see it. I really don't see it. But somebody has to check y'all, for real. And I don't usually watch Madame Noire because they don't say anything on there that would help me. But the fact that it's a show, you know, centered around, you know, black women mostly, talking about things that do not really matter to black women, you know, they're not speaking to any real issues that plague the black community in terms of women. The advice they're giving, I mean, you can get better advice from watching Nala Girl, for real, on YouTube. Like, it's a mess. But you know what? It's a mess because people let it be a mess. There's people that sit back and allow it to happen because they don't want to be a part of it. And it's like, until people decide, you know what, no, that's not going to happen, then it's just going to continue to spiral out of control. And, you know, I will do my best to speak to issues like that, because in the future you guys will see more videos like this coming from me, where I'm gonna start, you know, viewing some of these shows and writing down some of the issues that I see and debunking some of the foolery. But it's gonna take more than, you know, just women doing this. It really is. Now, I have another video that I'm gonna make. It's gonna be it's gonna go off a little left, but I want you guys to watch that. But I'm gonna see you guys later. Definitely look out for those other videos, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.